I want you to try something. Let me know if you can do it. Sitting here in my backyard, it's a beautiful day, beautiful backyard. Woo-hoo, yeah. But once upon a time, I told myself there was no way in hell I would ever be owning a house again. I had divorced, I had no money, my business was kind of tanking repeatedly, and I told myself there's no way. But one day I decided to dream. And in that dream, I decided what kind of a house I wanted, what kind of a partner I wanted, and how I wanted my life to go. And the instant, and I do this with all my clients, the instant I started to dream and define that, my brain kicked in with, you can't do that. There's no way. There's all these different reasons as to why that won't work. And so for many, many years, it didn't. Why? Because I didn't let it. So for years, I said, nah, none of this stuff. None of this stuff would work. None of the work I wanted to do would ever actually work. I couldn't just, have a business with just me, nothing else. There's no way I could make enough money. There's et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I want you to try something. I want you to think of what it is that you really, really would love. Maybe it's a relationship you're looking for. Maybe it's a state of business. I'm working with people right now that want to run their business from the Bahamas for as often as they want in a year, or from a lake, or from the middle of a city. They want to be absolutely anywhere, but they want to make enough money so they can fund their lives and do all the things that they truly, truly enjoy. And it's so interesting because as soon as they start to dream, their brain kicks in and it says, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's too expensive. The houses you want to buy are too expensive. There's nothing out there like that. There's no man or woman or partner out there like that would be perfect for you. They don't exist. You're just making it up. And so we don't pursue what we actually want. But here's what's actually happening. This is the interesting part. I'm staring up at the sun. The interesting part is that's our brain. It's the amygdala and the limbic system, which is simply controlling us. So in my new book that's coming out this fall, it's called The Dragon and the Goat. The dragon is our amygdala, and it's where our comfort zone is. Fight, flight, freeze, fawn. By the way, fawn is trying to please others. It's all these things that we try to do, to be complacent, to be conformed, to not stand out, to do what people think that we should be doing. And by doing so, if that's the only thing you concentrate on, you never get the things that you dream, because you're trying to live your neighbor's dream, not yours. And so, in order for you to get what you want, you don't need to have the perfect system, the perfect strategy, the perfect anything. All you need to do is to be able to shrink that dragon so that it doesn't stop you. Because if you actually dream, and you dream past the dragon's no, past the dragon's fire, if you want to call it that. The dragon is what I call that comfort zone, that fight, flight, freeze thing that we do. If you fight past it, right, put on your fireproof gear and fire on past. All that you have to worry about is if you tell your brain what you're looking for, it's called the reticular activation system, it will now start finding opportunities for you to actually make that happen. So, here's your challenge. Try today. Think of something you really want. Try to define the business, career, relationship that you really, 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 really want. Make it past your dragon, which is going to tell you that this is not possible, or it's not for you, or it's for someone else. Keep going. Define it into its minute detail. When I tell people to define, a relationship, it's not just who they are, where they're from, or whatever. It's what is your life like with this person? How do you wake up in the morning? How do you go to bed? How do you travel? How do you treat each other? How do you encourage each other? How do you scare the shit out of each other? Right? All these different things. Think of the life and how it would be with your absolutely perfect partner. I did that, and I got it. And there's lots of other people who do that because they were able to go past the dragon in their brain that tells them they don't deserve it, they can't get it, there's no way, it's too expensive, they don't exist, etc., etc., etc. All of those things are the dragon screaming in your ear. But I'm going to tell you there's another piece of you, and it's talking quietly into the other one. And that's the part of you that is actually you. I call it your greatest of all time. And it's in there, but you have to listen to it. You have to feed it in order for the voice to get loud enough so you can actually hear it. And when you hear it, then you start to believe it. And when you believe it, you start to do it. So a lot of people think that the world that they want to create for themselves is so far away that they just give up. That's your dragon talking. Listen to your own greatest of all time. Listen to that quiet little voice that says, what if it is possible? What would it look like? And through, honestly, it's neuroscience, through reticular activation, a lot of people call it manifestation. I don't give a shit what you call it. But when you think of something often enough, what you do is you tell your brain what to look for. When your brain looks for things, and when you tell yourself that it's possible to get these things, those two pieces snap together like Lego pieces, and suddenly you figure it out. You create the business model that allows you to run the business you want. You put yourself into situations in which that perfect person is most likely to be. For me, I met my current husband, husband number 2, at the pool. Kids were doing swimming lessons, and that's where I found him. I wasn't looking for him, but when he walked into my life, I knew immediately that's what I want. My little brain cued into that. And even though I said to him, even on the first date, I'm never getting married again, well, that was 9 years ago. And so the challenge that I'm putting out to you is think of the thing you want. Do you want a perfect partner, a perfect business, a perfect career? Define it really down to the details. What is your life like? The whole kit and caboodle. And then push past that dragon that's going to tell you it's not possible and start believing that it is. And tell yourself, it is. It's out there. It's there. It's just logistics. It's a process. I can do this. And you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. All right, so all of this and more is coming out in my new book in the fall. It's called The Dragon and the Goat. More to come on that soon. But remember, it's up to you to figure out, are you going to let the dragon win another day? Are you going to let him hold you back? Are you going to let him make you feel that you can't do what you want to do because everyone else doesn't think that you should, can, would do it? Or are you going to listen to that little quiet voice, your voice, and bring it out? It's up to you. Make a good choice.